Something doesn't add up. Governments around the world aren't just failing at random, it looks too orchestrated. And if that's the case, then this is dangerous info. I mean, look around. Energy grids collapsing, food systems stumbling, parliaments in constant deadlock. Leaders suddenly look incapable of solving even basic problems. That's not just bad luck, that's stagecraft. The elites are trying to abolish governments. The reason why governments around the world look incapable in the past few years, it's not random, not at all. Fact. In places like the World Economic Forum, the UN's development programs and private think tanks, they are already talking about post-nation governance. A future where borders and politicians fade, replaced by algorithmic management. Smart cities run by code, resources distributed by digital overseers. AI not just assisting government, but being the government. Now, AI governance in itself isn't evil. It could mean fairness, efficiency, decisions made without human corruption, but only if it was neutral. Open code, public servers, oversight by truth, not profit. But that's not what's being prepared. Right now the servers belong to corporate giants. The algorithms are written by private labs. Oversight? Nobody. Which means the people would be trading flawed governments for something worse. A control system you can't vote out, can't question, can't even see. Fact. The EU has already passed laws for AI oversight boards. Fact. The UN's 2030 agenda speaks of automated monitoring of resources and populations. Fact. Defense departments are testing predictive governance models as we speak. The collapse of trust in governments isn't an accident, it's a setup. The replacement isn't democracy reborn. It's governance by machine, owned by the same few who hollowed out the old system.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today news is very serious, my people. A white man just sent out a strong warning to black Americans about how Trump could make life hard. Oh my god, for a lot of us in this country. Imagine guys, this is very unbelievable. And honestly, whether like Trump or not, we need to pay attention to this. Imagine guys, this is very tragic. Because when somebody gives a warning like this, it's not a joke, it's not a talk, it's all about wake up call. Guys, Kendry, let's break this down together. I will be back in a while.
Right now multiple regions are in open unrest. Nepal, France, Serbia, Mali, Iran, and they have different contexts, but the signal is the same. Societies have reached their breaking point. Human populations under stress follow a measurable cycle. First, adaptation. People absorb shortages, restrictions, and corruption. But when the perception shifts from temporary measures to permanent hardship, tolerance collapses. And that is the inflection point we are seeing. And once that threshold is crossed, protests emerge not as isolated events, but as collective declarations that the existing trajectory is no longer acceptable. At the same time, power structures are not passive. Crises can be exploited, accelerated, or even manufactured. In Nepal, the social media ban wasn't only a policy error. It was a trigger that activated a combustible population. In France, blockades are fueled not just by anger at government paralysis, but also by competing political forces who benefit from destabilization. In Mali, the junta's moves to dissolve parties are a calculated attempt to consolidate control, even at the cost of unrest. This is where geopolitics and human behavior converge. The grievances are real, but the ignition points are often managed. Leaders know that collapse can be functional. It resets the board, creates justification for emergency measures, and reshapes the rules of governance. Protest movements become both authentic expressions of discontent and instruments in larger strategic games. So we are looking at the hybrid phenomenon. From the bottom up, populations reacting to the erosion of dignity and resources, and from the top down, systems that tolerate or even encourage disruption in order to pivot a new order. The central question is not whether protests are real or engineered, because they are both. The critical issue is, who harnesses the energy once it erupts? And if captured by entrenched power, the cycle of control tightens. And if it remains with the people, the trajectory shifts. Everyone thinks the future is about innovation, AI, smart cities, green energy, but that's the cover story. The real future is about reducing the human surplus without a single bullet fired. And the system that is being built makes it look like progress. In the old world, humans were assets. More people meant more labor, more soldiers, more taxpayers. But technology flipped the equation. When automation does the work, people become liabilities. They consume resources and they produce nothing. From a corporate state perspective, they are dead weight on the balance sheet. Now, what happens to liabilities in any system? They are minimized, quietly, efficiently. You don't announce population reduction. You don't draft policies that say, time to eliminate 800 million people. You design the environment so people self-select out of life. First, you control food economics. Make real nutrition a luxury. Flood markets with synthetic hyper-processed calories. Why? Cheap to make, addictive to consume, and lethal over time. Obesity, diabetes, cancers. It's slow-motion euthanasia disguised as personal choice. And then you privatize survival systems. Hospitals, medicine, insurance. Turn health into a product, and when the bill comes and you can't pay, nature takes its course. No violence, no fingerprints. Meanwhile, you flood culture with distractions. War headlines, influencer drama, ideological cage matches, so no one notices the algorithm that decides who thrives and who quietly disappears. People think they are arguing politics, but in reality, they are debating inside the zoo enclosure, while the zookeeper holds the keys to their lifespan. This isn't genocide. It is market-driven selection, a corporate Darwinism where the unprofitable simply phase out. And the punchline? They don't kill you. They invoice you until you die. This is the most profitable extinction in human history. And is happening in slow motion while everyone thinks they are free.
Did you know that, guys, in Desert Crips, he is basically saying that if Trump comes back into power, right, for black Americans and really for working people in general is going to get hard. Imagine, this is very sad. This is very tragic. Life is going to get harder. Oh my God, help the people there. And you know what? That's not hard to believe. We have already seen how Trump takes about race, about immigrants, about minorities, and he doesn't hide it. Imagine, guys, this is very sad against. This is very tragic. This is hard to hear. He makes policies that don't help regular people instead, and they help the rich, the powerful, and those already at the top. Imagine, guys. And when that happens, it's all black folks and Latinos and poor people who feel the pain fast, immediately. And what really hits me is that this warning is not coming from black voice. This time, it's white man. Imagine. It's white man saying it. And that means even some people outside from there from community can see the danger coming. When somebody who doesn't even share your struggle can see the problem, you better take it seriously and let's be real. Let's be honest, guys. Black Americans have already lived through leaders who made life harder. Oh my God, this is very sad. Imagine less access to job. Imagine that. More policies, pressure, more division in the country. All of that. This is saddest news. We know that it feels like the question is this: are we ready to stand together and push back these times? This isn't about left or right. It's all about survival, about our kids, about our future, about whether we get respect and fairness in America. Very understandable. Oh my God. Guys, if Trump comes back, we have to expect more attacks on voting rights. Imagine. More hate speech? Oh no. More policies that reverse out? Imagine, guys. This is very tragic. This is very hard to hear. What we do with this warning? First, don't ignore it. The second one, talk about it with your family, with your friends, and with your communities. Because warnings are only useful if listen and prepare. We can't just laugh it off or say, oh, that won't affect me. Trust me, it will. It will. The third one, let's stop being divided. Black folks, Latinos folks, and working class with folks. If we don't stand together, the same leaders who don't care about us will keep winning immediately. They profit off divisions, and that's the game. Immediately, guys. And guys, at the end of the day, whether you like this man giving the warning or not, the message is very clear. Exactly. The message is very understandable. Trump's return is not going to make life easier. It's going to make life hard, as I said above. And we need to wake up now and not later. So, this is my honest reaction, and this warning should wake us all up. Exactly. Don't say nobody told you. Nobody told you. The question is, are we going to listen or are we going to wait until it's too late? Oh my God. Let me know in the comment what you think and what's on your mind. Do you agree with this warning, guys? Or do you think it's being exaggerated, guys? Drop your thoughts in the comments and remember to hit the subscribe button. I will catch you in the next video. Bye!